Everybody needs a picture we take home, hanging on the wall. I got to wake up, look.
There's something about it.
Oh, yeah.
Get this baby on the road.
Are we ready?
Here in about 2 minutes.
All right.
What's her name?
It does the same thing. So I always done
I know one.
Well, we get Lily, my mom's middle name. My mom's first name. So it's my mom, her first name is my mom.
Don't ask me. I don't know who that is. That's all.
Well,
I wish I
I'm a coach. I just realized that. Coca-Cola.
James, he got the tickle.
He got it here after a while. Well, all right. All right, I'd like to call the Eufaula City Council meeting to order, October 2nd, 2023. It is 5:30. Ms. Cox? Well, actually, Mr. Jones, we better do the prayer, invocation.
Mike, everyone stand. God, we thank you so much for today that you allowed us to come together and, God, just talk about our city. Lord, this city is such a blessing. We're thankful for it. And Lord, I just pray that as we gather together here tonight, that we would bring glory to your name, to your son's name, Jesus. And Lord, that you would give grace and wisdom as we come together. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. And we'll go with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have our Judge Pratt with us to do the oath of office for Mr. Barton.
I do. That's you. I have one. Okay.
You all, is there, would you all like it in front of the flag, or is there a photographer here?
There's no photographer that I
I guess
see.
we can do it anywhere you wish.
Let's do it right here in front of the Eufaula City.
Seal. Okay. However you
This
all
out
want
the
to
way.
do it. So there's some. You ready? Mr. Barton, welcome. I understand you've agreed to sit on the city council of Eufaula,
Yes, ma'am.
and we thank you for your service. I think you're prepared to take the oath of office required for that service. All right. I will ask you to state I and your name.
Mhm.
I,
I, Roger Barton,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America.
well, that's a long one.
Okay, that I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution and the laws
of the United States of
of
America and the Constitution and laws of the state of
and
Oklahoma
the Constitution and laws of the state of Oklahoma
and the Eufaula Code of Ordinances,
and the Eufaula Code of Ordinances,
and that I will not knowingly receive,
and I will not normally receive,
directly or indirectly,
directly or indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or other valuable thing
for the performance or non-performance
for the performance or non-performance
of any act or duty
of any act or duty
pertaining to my employment,
pertaining to my employment,
other than the compensation allowed by law,
other than the compensation allowed by law,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
my duties
my duties
as a member of the city council
as a member of the city council
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you step over here and sign the oath.
All right, Ms. Cox, let's see here.
Councilor Barton,
I'm here, yes.
Vice Mayor Cummings is absent. Mayor Warren,
Here.
Councilor Upton.
Here.
Councilor Hickman.
All right. We have a form, so let's continue on. We'll go to the consent agenda. Item 6, approval of minutes. A regular council meeting, September 11th, 2023. Item 7, approval of the treasurer's report. Item 8, approval of September 2023 payroll figures for the general fund in the amount of $119,679.97. Receipt of September claims, City of Eufaula. Council,
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda. I'll second.
Councilor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
yes.
Councilor Upton,
Yes.
Councilor Hickman.
Yes.
All right. Consent agenda passed. Let's move on to item 10. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement of an application requesting a specific use permit for the installation of a manufactured mobile home at the following location. Lots 246 and 247, Block 1 of River Oaks, commonly known as lots 246, 247, Choctaw Drive, River Oaks. Mr. Jones, we're gonna put you in here.
All right, I'll pull out some information here real quick. All right. So, we had a gentleman, Lance Bailey, owns property on Choctaw Drive in River Oaks. Made application for a special use permit to put in a modular home, mobile home. It went before the planning and zoning, discussed it with the gentleman, but it does not go along with what our ordinances are as far as mobiles go. The planning and zoning voted 5-0 to deny a special use application, but it still has to come to the city council for that final vote. And so that's what we're presenting to you today. And take the action that you would deem necessary. I don't see Mr. Bailey here. I don't see a representative for him.
So it was a 5-0 vote,
That's correct.
against.
Against.
Yes.
Yes.
Council, any other questions?
I have no other question.
Was this a new modular home or is it an old modular home? It was brand new. It was gonna be new.
I will say that, you know, being on the zoning board right there, that is something that we try to be fair with everyone. And so that's been a common question, if that could be if a mobile home or what was the other, shipping container, you know, and so we really have been trying to be, or were trying to be very consistent with, you know, and follow the guidelines with that. And so that way it's fair across the board.
I might also say that there have been other applications since that ordinance changed, and we have denied all of them.
Mhm.
And there were citizens who appeared and objected.
As well. So,
Council, any other questions?
can I make the motion, or
Yes, go ahead.
I make the motion to deny the special request?
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Pittman.
Yes.
All yes, that motion carries. We'll move on to item 11. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement of the fiscal year 2024 City Council, Eufaula Public Works Authority, Eufaula Economic Development Authority, and Eufaula Downtown Development Authority meeting calendars and fiscal year 2024 holiday schedules.
So this is, for us, it's just normal housekeeping, setting our calendar for the coming year. So item 11 and then item 12 will deal with the same thing, just from the planning and zoning board of adjustment side. So again, just routine housekeeping. So,
Any other questions, council? I make a motion to approve item 11.
I second.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
yes.
Counselor Pittman.
Yes.
All yes. Item 11 is approved. We'll go on to item 12. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement of the fiscal year 2024 Planning and Zoning Committee and the Board of Adjustment meeting calendars.
I make the motion to approve item number 12 for the planning and zoning board.
Second.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Pittman.
Yes.
All yes. Item 12 passes. We'll move on to item 13. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement of pay application number 5 from Boyd Construction in the amount of $65,944.67. Mr. Jones.
So we're just about to wrap up the splash pad. We should have one more payment for them. I think we have a retainage of about $24,000. All equipment's in, striping's done, concrete's done, spray apparatuses are in, and We have training scheduled for this week on Thursday to program. There's programmers for each spray apparatus out there, even the ones in the concrete. And so there's special programming that you control that timing, how long it runs, when it sprays, and then also the winterization of the pad. We're getting close to, don't have to winterize it pretty quick. So anyway, that's what this is. It's a final payment of $65,944.67.
Questions, council? I make a motion to approve item 13.
That's it.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
All yes, item 13 passes. We'll go on to item 14, considerance of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement to approve budget amendment 1A for the general fund. Mr. Jones.
So, Mayor and Council, with the approval of the City Hall project, we need to make some budget amendments to recognize the $1 million coming into the budget. We'll have to draw that off of the account, the loan account for City Hall project. And then we also are identifying some $281,000 of grant funding from the splash pad as well. We're also going to recognize a $200,000 sales tax transfer. I say sales tax. When our sales tax comes in, everything has to go to Public Works. Then which is part of some of the bonds and loans and stuff that we have that we service. Then the balance goes back. And we always have a budget set up of what we take in whatever comes in and we budget back a specific amount. Okay. Then anything above what we collected, we need to move back as well. And this is what is above. It's $200,000. So this is the carryover from last year when we were up, at the end of the fiscal year. So we're moving. I spoke about this when we approved our budget, that I would come back and probably move $200,000. And that's what this is. It's to move that money back into the general fund. We have to, in the line number 2, the $356,000 in grant revenue, that's $281,000 of splash pad revenue, as well as $75,000 of REAP money that we received to do 2 new storm sirens. So they awarded us $75,000 for 2 new storm sirens. So we're recognizing that as well. Okay. Then at the same time, on the opposite side of the table, I'm recognizing the increased expense for the different items. So there's an increased expense of $1.45 million, $1 million for City Hall, $281 on the expense side for the splash pad, because that's where our grant money from the splash pad comes into, so general fund. That's why we're having to do that. And then the disaster emergency fund at $75,000. And then I want to take, and also additionally, I want to move out a transfer. I want to do a transfer from the general fund over to the Economic Development Authority as well of $100,000. And that money is to help support our economic development activities that we've been doing, fishing tournaments and different things like that.
So what you're trying to do is just relabel some of those funds as you move them in and out.
That's right.
According to the budget.
According to the budget, because we need to
Identify those funds.
identify the money. We need the excess money. We need to identify coming in, and how we're modifying that expense budget. We need to identify how we're modifying it and by how much.
Yeah, so you're identifying what you're increasing it by, what's coming in, and then what you're putting out.
That's right.
Sounds simple enough. I make the motion to approve that.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
All yes, that is approved. Item 15, remarks and inquiries by city council. Mr. Barton.
I have nothing to say.
I have nothing. Mr. Evans? Mr. Hick?
I will say that as I drove by the splash pad. I do like the way it's developing. So I think that's good.
It's good.
So that's all I have.
All right. Thank you. Item 16, announcements. Anyone have any announcements?
Halloween. The city's gonna observe Halloween on Halloween, October 31st, which will be a Tuesday. We will, just as we've done in the past, we'll close Main Street off for a period of a few hours, create a detour down Border Street into front and kind of reroute everyone around and have the kids downtown and have a good time. It'll be a nice, if the weather holds out for us, it'll be okay. We kind of fishing tournaments been the buzzword. We just, in the past 2 weeks, we've completed 2 fishing tournaments. One was the Crappie Masters National Championship. Had a very big turnout for that. This past weekend, we had NPFL, which is the National Professional Fishing League. They had a tournament that had a $100,000 grand prize on it. And we have another one this weekend, which is Major League Fishing. It's a qualifying tournament for them. So it's been a big year, and we've kind of approached it in a fairly progressive and fairly aggressive way too, and make it work. But I think it's paying off for us.
Yeah.
We definitely put you all on the map.
Sure. Sure. And I appreciate everything that the city does to try to accommodate these guys and ladies that come in to fish these tournaments. I know I drove around the lake, or tried to,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of people. So it was very good and successful, I think, in what I saw.
We've generated a lot of sales dollars, like I spoke about last month at the council meeting, and we have these 3 tournaments just after that. So I would venture a guess that we'll probably see another over the next coming months, because you're usually about 60 days behind when you collect your sales tax. But I think we're going to see a nice tick as we move on towards Christmas. And then also, as we speak about Christmas, that's what we're gearing up for too. We're setting the Christmas parade, and we're going to be making plans for that. We're already updating and sending out emails for entries into our parade, and so we're going to push right ahead and try to create some excitement and generate some traffic for our local customers, for our local businesses. So,
Good deal.
The theme this year for the Christmas parade is rocking around the Christmas tree. So you guys come out and put on your rock and roll. Come on out. Also, Lights on You Fall is November the 17th.
You said November the 17th?
Yes, it's on a Friday night this year instead of a Thursday.
All right. Is that all the announcements that we have? If so, we'll move on to item 17, adjournment out of the regular city council meeting.
Second.
Councilor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Councilor Upton,
yes.
Councilor Hickman.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned at 5:51, looks like. Now we'll move on to Eufaula Public Works Authority. Ms. Cox.
Councilor Barton.
Here.
That's when
I don't know if we put that as second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, swearing in second.
Vice Mayor Cummings is absent. Mayor Warren.
Here.
Councilor Upton.
Here.
Councilor Hickman.
All right, Mrs. Wall and Mr. Burton. Y'all are up front again.
We are.
Yes, you are.
Judge Pratt has a new grandbaby, so I offered
Oh,
to,
we have to do this again.
and one more time.
And one more time.
Public Works Authority. As the notary public, I'm authorized to give an oath, so would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the oath you're about to read to me will be the truth, the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay, would you please read this oath?
glasses. I, Roger Barton, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the Constitution, the laws of the state of Oklahoma, and the Eufaula Code of Ordinances, and that I will not knowingly receive directly or indirectly any money or other valuable things for the performance or non-performance of any act or duty pertaining to my employment, other than the compensation allowed by law, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a member of the Eufaula Public Works Authority to do the best of my ability.
Thank you, sir. Glad to have you.
Do I need to sign it?
Yes. And I will notarize.
Thank you. Mhm. All right. You're on the authority. All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda here. Item 2, approval of the minutes for the regular authority meeting September 11th, 2023. Item 3, approval of September 2023 payroll figures for the Eufaula Public Works Authority in the amount of $75,691.30. Item 4, receipt of September claims, Eufaula Public Works Authority. Council, what's your pleasure on that?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
All yes, consent agenda is approved. Move on to item 5. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement of pay application number 6 from Lone Hickory Cattle LLC for the Clean Water State Revolving Fund Sewer Project in the amount of $108,469.68.
All right.
Mr. Jones.
All right, so, again, this is just, the next payment in line for the sewer project up on Gorham Hill. They have, they've completed everything along Gilbert, in between Gilbert and Swadley. They're over and complete everything between Swadley and Lackey. And, they should just about be up the east side of Lackey. They're along the ODOT right of way. And, they're probably within, I'd say, a couple weeks of starting down the hill, down Locust. So, you know, again, it's been slow because there's been a lot of rock. And it makes it really tough to try to burst that pipe through the rock. I think once they come off of the hill and get down to the lower portions in the 7th, 6th, 5th Street area, it'll go a lot faster. You know, going to be more soil than rock. So they've been doing a good job and just recommend approval.
Jim, I live on Swatter Drive, Hill up there, and they've been up there for quite a while. Hot weather, a lot of rock, but they've been really nice. You know, they cut out the hill up there, and they've been up there for quite a while. Hot weather, a lot of rock, but they've been really nice. You know, they come to my area, my house, whatever, and I talk to them, visit with them, they tell me what I'm doing, so they're real professional at it.
They are.
They do a good job.
They're good.
I make the motion to approve item number 5.
A second,
Counselor Barton,
yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
All yes, item 5 is approved. We'll move on to item 6. Consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement. Consideration of to approve budget amendment 1B for the Public Works Authority. Mr. Jones.
Okay, so on the Public Works budget amendment, we spoke about the $200,000 that we were bringing into the general fund as a sales tax transfer. We're recognizing that expense. Additionally, we are recognizing a project that we've been kind of co-oping with Mallet Malsey up on the Muskogee Housing. They're wanting to have a master meter on all of their housing properties. That way they just have one bill that takes care of all their tenants. And so we're recognizing $22,830 coming in because that's what the cost would be, and recognizing the same as an expense for the project. We are adding a couple of new lines to the budget, and we're titling them permits and licensing. When every year we will receive bills from DEQ for our water licenses for the plant, the permits for the plant, the permits for the wastewater plant, that they'll run, $10,000-$12,000 a year, as well as core fees for storage fees and M&R fees related to the lake. So what we're trying to do is create a line item for those items so we can keep them segregated and we can see what those costs are without blending them into just a generic professional services line and everything. I like the detail of it, be able to see where we're at with it. And then the last item that we're adjusting is an increase in the chemical expense at the sewer plant. We've had to add a little more chlorine this year than what we had in the past, and in order to meet the permit and get the job done. So just want to recognize that increased expense there.
Council, any other questions?
I have no questions. I do appreciate the recognizing that and listening. I like detail, so. I make the motion to approve item number 6 for the approved amendments.
I'll second.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
All yes, that motion carries. Item 7, need a motion to adjourn. I'll make that a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Everybody wants to say.
Excuse me.
Uh,
Is this meeting over with, period?
No, just for the Eufaula Public Works Authority.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Warren, Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Upton,
Yes.
and Counselor Hickman.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we are adjourned out of the Eufaula Public Works Authority meeting. Now we'll move on to the Eufaula Economic Development Authority.
Counselor Barton,
Here.
Vice Mayor Cummings is absent, Mayor Warren.
Here.
Counselor Upton.
Here.
Counselor Hickman.
Okay, Mr. Barton, you're back up at the table again. Another oath of office.
Again, as the notary public, I'm authorized to administer oaths. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the oath you're about to read will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And would you please read this oath?
I, Roger Barton, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the Constitution, the laws of the state of Oklahoma, and you follow code of ordinances, and that I will not normally receive directly or indirectly any money or any other value of things for the performance or non-performance of any act or duty pertaining to my employment other than the compensation allowed by law, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a member of the Eufaula Economic Development Authority to do the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Excuse you. Bless you. 2 steps back, 1 forward.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to item 3, consideration of acceptance, approval, adoption, rejection, amendment, and/or postponement. Consideration of approving budget amendment 1C for the Eufaula Economic Development Authority. Mr. Jones.
This is kind of a companion amendment to 1A where we recognize the transfer of $100,000 to EDA. This is recognizing the receipt of that $100,000 and then just increasing the professional services line by the same amount.
So again, you're just listing money coming in, money going out.
That's correct.
Okay. Make the motion to approve the amendment 1C.
I'll second.
Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Hopkins,
Yes.
Counselor Bidwell.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that motion carries. Item 4 is the adjournment. I'll make a motion to adjourn out of the Eufaula Economic Development Authority.
Who's second? Counselor Barton,
Yes.
Mayor Warren,
Yes.
Counselor Hopkins,
Yes.
Counselor Bidwell.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we are adjourned out of that. I believe we've covered everything tonight, folks. I think we've got it done.